Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today we're doing something really fun. We're going way back to basics to explore the absolute building blocks of computing. Whether you're encountering these concepts for the very first time, or you're just looking for a clear refresher on how our everyday digital world operates from the ground up, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down what these incredible machines actually are, how they work, and how we interact with them every single day.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our structured roadmap for mastering the fascinating world of computers. We'll be covering 1. Meet your electronic machine. 2. The anatomy of a computer. 3. Types and uses. 4. Taking control with the keyboard and mouse. 5. Good computer habits. And finally, number 6, the final review.
So, Section 1. Meet your electronic machine. Have you ever stopped to wonder, what exactly is a computer anyway?
Well, at its core, a computer is simply an electronic machine. But man, it's an incredibly powerful tool. It helps us work, learn, draw, and play games. And the most incredible part, it works very fast. It's honestly fascinating to think that the very first computers were so massive, they literally took up entire rooms, just to do basic math. Today, this technology processes information at lightning speed, designed purely for our convenience and creativity to help us with our daily tasks.
Moving right along to Section 2, the anatomy of a computer. We're going to shift focus to the physical build of the machine and dissect it piece by piece.
So there are 4 main parts to a standard computer: the monitor, the CPU, the keyboard, and the mouse. These are the absolute essential physical building blocks of any desktop system. Honestly, if you take away any of these, the traditional computer setup just isn't complete. Let's look a little closer at the most vital piece of this whole puzzle.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what the CPU really is. It's widely known as the brain of the computer. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. You know, just like you and I have a brain that processes our thoughts, makes decisions, and sends signals to our hands and feet, the computer has a central processing brain that runs everything. All that lightning-fast work we just talked about? Yep, it happens right here in the CPU.
But think about it. A brain isn't much use to us if we can't actually see what it's thinking. That is exactly where the monitor comes in. It shows pictures and words so we can see what the computer is doing. Think of the monitor as our visual window right into the machine's brain. It takes all those fast, invisible calculations and translates them into the pictures, videos, and words we need to interact with it meaningfully.
All right, Section 3, types and uses. Let's explore the different forms these machines can take and how we integrate them into our work and our hobbies. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just how versatile different computers actually are. They come in several varieties, from the classic desktop computer to a portable laptop, all the way to a handheld tablet. Despite how completely different they look on the outside, they all share that exact same fundamental anatomy on the inside to help us study, draw pictures, play games, watch videos, and listen to music. The beauty of computing is that whether you're typing an essay on a desktop or drawing a colorful picture on a tablet, the core technology is there serving your specific needs.
Which brings us to Section 4, taking control with the keyboard and mouse. Because how do we actually talk to this electronic brain? We need our tactile input devices.
Let's contrast these two essential tools for giving our machine instructions. On the left, we have the keyboard, which is our primary typing tool. It houses the letters A through Z and the numbers 0 through 9. It's also got some really important command keys. The spacebar gives you space between words. The Enter key drops you down to the next line. And the backspace key? That's your best friend for erasing a mistake. Then, on the right, we have the mouse, which is our pointing tool. Quick fun fact for you. The very first computer mouse was actually made out of carved wood. No way, right? Today's mice are definitely a bit more advanced. A left click allows you to select an item. A right click is kind of like asking the computer a question. It pops up a menu showing your options. And that little scroll wheel in the middle lets you easily glide your page up and down. By mastering both of these tools, you have total, complete control over the machine.
Now for Section 5, good computer habits, machine maintenance. Now that we know how to control the machine, we absolutely need to know how to properly care for it.
Let's move to and see how this builds a perfect chronological routine that ensures safe and healthy computer usage every single time. Number 1, always maintain good posture and sit properly while viewing the monitor. 2, keep your hands clean before touching your keyboard and mouse to keep the equipment running smoothly. 3, and this is a big one, do not eat near the computer.
Keep food, crumbs, and spills far away to avoid damaging those sensitive electronics. And finally, number 4, always switch off the computer after use so it can get some rest.
And here we are at Section 6, the final review. Let's do a quick, interactive pop quiz drawn straight from our material to solidify these core concepts in our memory.
Okay, let's treat this like a fun, rapid-fire game. I'm going to read the question, and I want you to mentally answer it right along with me. Ready? Let's go. Question 1. What is a computer? It's an electronic machine. Question 2. Name 4 parts of a computer. That would be the monitor, the CPU, the keyboard, and the mouse. And question 3. Name 3 uses for a computer. As we learned, you can use it to study, for drawing pictures, and for playing games. If you got those right, you have successfully mastered the foundational building blocks of computing.
So the crucial point is beautifully captured right here. A computer cannot think by itself. It follows our instructions. For all its incredible speed and its powerful CPU brain, this amazing machine needs a human master. It's waiting on you. You hold the mouse, you type on the keyboard, and you tell it exactly what to do. The only question left is, what instructions will you give it today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time.